This video is brought to you by Saraswati Vidyalaya.
Hello friends, today we are going to study about reproduction in lower and higher animals. In that we are going to study the topic is of pregnancy. What is the pregnancy? It is the condition of carrying one or more embryos in the uterus. It is also called as the gestation. It refers to the period between fertilization of the egg up to parturition. The average period of pregnancy in human lasts for 266 days from fertilization or 280 days counted from last menstrual period, that is called as the LMP. This pregnancy period approximately it is 9 months and it is divided into the 3 trimesters, that means 3 months each. Now let's see what happened in that all the trimesters. In that first trimester, so that is from fertilization to 12th week. So in this it is the time of most radical changes in mother and embryo. The embryo receives nutrients in the first 2 to 4 weeks directly from the endometrium. It is the main period of organogenesis and the development of body organs. By the end of 8 weeks, the major structure found in adults are formed in the embryo in a rudimentary form. The embryo is now called as a fetus. It is about 3 cm long. Arms, hands, fingers, feet, toes are formed. Fetus can open and close mouth and fist. CNS, that is central nervous system, is fully formed. Working of excretory and circulatory system begins. Movement of fetus begins, but mother cannot feel it. Heartbeat can be heard from 6th week. Progesterone level becomes high and menstrual cycle is suspended till the end of pregnancy. At the end of the first trimester, fetus is about 7 to 10 cm long. Meanwhile, the mother's body also undergoes rapid changes, that is, high levels of progesterone initiate changes in her reproductive system. The maternal part of placenta grows, the uterus becomes larger. In this period, the mother experiences morning sickness. Means what? That is nausea, vomiting, mood swings, etc. Now let's see about the second trimester. Means that is the second 3 months. Means in this it includes 4th, 5th and 6th month. So it is from 13th to the 26th week. What is there in the second trimester? It is a period of rapid growth of fetus. The uterus grows enough for the pregnancy to become obvious. The fetus is very active and grows about 30 cm. Development of brain begins. Hormone level stabilize and HCG declines. The corpus luteum deteriorates, that means regresses, and the placenta completely takes over the production of progesterone, which maintains the pregnancy. In the ultrasound, that is in the sonography, at 18 to 20 weeks, it shows baby's growth and position. From this estimated due to date of delivery can be established. Baby's movements can be easily felt by the mother. Head has hair, eyebrows and eyelashes appears. Pinnae are distinct. The baby reaches half the size of a newborn. So all these other changes takes place in the second trimester. Now let's see about the third trimester. That means in the last 3 months. That is in the 7th, 8th and the 9th months. So this month, this trimester, that is from 26th week till the parturition, means from 26th week till the giving birth to the child. Now what happened in this third trimester? The fetus grows to about 3 to 4 kg in weight and 50 cm in length. eyes are open, there is gain in body weight. As the fetus grows, the uterus expands around it. The mother's abdominal organs become compressed and displaced, leading to frequent urination, digestive blockages, and strain in the back muscle. At the end of the third trimester, the fetus becomes fully grown and ready for the parturition. All these are the changes takes place during the pregnancy.
Now, the next topic that we are going to study, that is placenta.
Let's see about the placenta. It is a flattened discoidal organ in the uterus of a pregnant woman. The placenta is a temporarily structural and functional connection between the fetal and maternal circulation. The placenta facilitates the supply of oxygen and nutrients and also for removal of carbon dioxide and excretory waste produced by the fetus. The placenta is attached to the wall of the uterus and to the baby's umbilical cord. Placenta is the only organ which is formed of tissues from two different individuals, the mother and the fetus. Part of the placenta contributed by the fetus is called as the fetal placenta, and it is the chronicle villi. The other part, which is rich in blood supply shed by the mother, it is the part of uterine wall, termed as maternal placenta. So, human placenta is called as the hemochorial. The umbilical cord is formed of 3 blood vessels. Of these 3 blood vessels, 2 are small arteries which carry blood towards the placenta, and 1 is a large vein which returns blood to the fetus. The placenta is also act as an endocrine tissue and produces hormone like HCG, progesterone, estrogen, while relaxin is secreted by the ovary in later phase of pregnancy. Level of HCG increases up to the end of first trimester and then it declines. By the end of first trimester, progesterone is produced by placenta. These hormones are required for fetal growth and maintenance of pregnancy. The next topic, that is of parturition. Parturition means delivering of fetus out of mother body, as well as it occurs after the completion of pregnancy or gestation period, which is about 9 months. Humans are viviparous as they give birth to their young ones. Parturition is the process of giving birth to the baby. The physical activities involved in the parturition, like uterine and abdominal contraction, dilation of cervix, and passage of baby, are collectively called as labor. Labor is accompanied by localized sensation of discomfort or agony called as the labor pains. This parturition is controlled by complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Signal arises from the fully formed fetus and placenta cause mild uterine contraction. It is accompanied by rise in estrogen progesterone ratio, which increases in oxytocin receptor in uterine muscle. They cause vigorous contraction of myometrium of uterus at the end of pregnancy. The fully developed fetus gives signal for the uterine contraction by secreting ACTH, that means adrenocorticotropic hormone, from pituitary, and corticosteroids from adrenal glands. So these two hormones, this hormone triggers release of oxytocin from mother's pituitary gland, which acts on uterine muscles of mother and causes vigorous uterine contraction. This lead to expulsion of baby from uterus. It involves the different stages. Means this labor pain, so it divided into the 3 stages: such as the first stage, which is known as the dilation stage. So these stage, in this uterine contraction begin from top, forcing baby towards the cervix. Contraction are accompanied by pain caused by compression of blood vessels. Oxytocin induced uterine contraction became stronger and stronger due to stimulatory reflex. As the baby is pushed down in the uterus, its head comes to lie against cervix. The cervix gets dilated. The vagina also shows similar dilation. This stage of labor can normally last up to few hours. It ends in rupturing of amniotic membrane of fetus. You can see all the changes in the stage 1 diagram. In that they have shown there are changes takes place in uterus and cervix. Then the second stage, which is known as the expulsion stage. In this, the uterine and abdominal contraction become stronger. In normal delivery, the fetus passes out through cervix and vagina with head in forward direction. It takes approximately 20 to 60 minutes. The umbilical cord is tied and cut off close to the baby's navel. So during this time, the umbilical cord, whenever it is cut, so that time that baby becomes totally free from mother and draw its first breath in the new world. Now the third stage, so that is known as the afterbirth. It is also known as a placental stage. In this, after delivery of the baby, the placenta separates from the uterus and is expelled out as afterbirth due to severe contraction of uterus. This process happens within 10 to 45 minutes of delivery. Now the next topic, that is lactation. The mammary glands of the female start producing milk at the end of pregnancy by the process of lactation. Prolactin is the hormone which is responsible for production of milk. Lactation helps the mother in feeding the newborn baby. The fluid secreted by the mammary gland soon after childbirth is called colostrum. Now, what is exactly colostrum? This colostrum, it is a sticky and yellow fluid secreted by the mammary glands soon after childbirth. It contains proteins, lactose and mother's antibodies. For example, IgA, that is immunoglobulin A. The fat content in colostrum is low. The antibodies present in it helps in developing resistance for newborn baby at the time when its own immune system is not fully developed. Like this, in this session we have seen about the pregnancy, changes takes place in the pregnancy, parturition, and the next topic, that is about the lactation. Then related to the reproductive health, we'll see in the next lesson. Thanks.